How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So we last left off at Turnabout Sisters with probably the worst recorded episode since the first episode of Pokemon Ultra Moon. But we don't talk about that. That was a mistake. It never happened, and we can just proceed with our normal lives. And we were going on to the first trial day of the second case. Now, for those of you who know this series, this is actually a really exciting moment because it introduces one of the best characters to this series. So, I say we give it a go. Let's jump into the trial. September 10th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 1. Also, I apologize if I sound a bit, tired. I literally woke up an hour ago. I barely had time to eat. Well, not really, but it's the same thing, dude. I just always, after getting up, it's oh man, please don't talk to me. But at the same time, it's yeah, energy. But yeah, whatever. Let's just go in. Oh, we're in the courtroom. Oh. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. There he is. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. Also, I give a lot of thought to the voice I would give Edgeworth, and I think a sort of British-American sounding voice would be the best choice, obviously. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the fact of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Yeah, get used to this. It's gonna be a recurring thing throughout the entire series, the main detective explaining what the hell happened using a floor map. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? That was Edgeworth. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. And as you can see, we already have much more evidence than we had in the first trial. Now, Detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Alright. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hey, he got my name right. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Oh god, I need to stop this. At the murder. I need to stop this. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. He worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of this or of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Let's do this. As soon as the fall came in, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey Val, don't play dumb. You know who. That call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? What kind of question is that, Phoenix? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With our funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Yep. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why is that? What's your reason? Oh, okay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Oh well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Ugh. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Let's see. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found in the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Wait a minute. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? Oops. I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. I might have remembered something because... Let me see this. Cause single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Yep. Yeah. I remember Phoenix said that she probably died immediately after, so that last statement contradicts it. Come on. Oh my god, you're so slow, Gumshoe. There we go. Yes! I knew it. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? Oh, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? Ah, yes. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Or Defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day... Yeah, it was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... Uh-oh. He's happy. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. I'm a sham. No, in this case the detective's a sham. He didn't give me the right autopsy. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me a faulty report? I thought... Detective Gumshoe... I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But, Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Dark, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Oh, that 16-bit sound. Perfect. And for those of you who don't know, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney was originally Gyakuten Saiban for the GBA. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Oh, I don't want to do her voice again. But I gotta. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh god, here we go. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Oh my god. Oh god. I feel like I'm not giving her the same voice. Order, an introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh my god, this is gonna be one long trial. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm reading this. Oh god. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness's account. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl. Wow, that's just rude. The mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. And that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Why? Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? There was one point that stood out to me. I'm not sure if I'm just remembering stuff right now, but she said she dodged. Where to? Yeah, where to exactly? Whatever. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny fault in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you! Oh, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Of course I will. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, let's go. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mouse seeker. That sentence, Jesus. Woman like dodged to one side. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please continue your testimony. That girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Oh. How did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique, and secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. I question it. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert in fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think that all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be... Oh, gosh. Why do I have... Why... I chose to do this. Oh, God. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Oh, God. A long trial. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Oh, there it is. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with a weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue clock? Oh, wait a minute. The clock. But it was submitted as a statue. And only 3 people know it as the clock. How the hell do you know? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee. How does she know it's a clock? I see. I only wish you had been more so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. What? She slipped. How does she know that's a clock? Yeah, I don't care about the rest of your testimony. You slipped up. You slipped. You slipped and I'm gonna hit you hard. Not that way, please. Objection. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you like that, wouldn't you? Oh, come on. Okay, whatever. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that by just looking at it. Another person reached the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Phoenix? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Phoenix, where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, something about this. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have rung, that's right! Mia took out the clock frame, the clockwork, whatever. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty! That clock is missing its clockwork! How could you possibly... Just have a look, as soon as you can. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Oh, he's happy. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Can I? Wait a minute. Maybe I can. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves that when the clockwork was removed is... the cell phone! Mia called Maya earlier the day of the murder. In the morning.
Take that!
Take a look at this. That's a very good cell phone. You have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Oh, she's switching. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
I do. That clock was handmade. It wasn't sold. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Clock in the form of a statue. The clock's gears have been removed. Made by Larry Butts. There it is. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh! Phoenix Wright with the witty one-liners. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Oh, she's about to snap. She's about to snap. Yeah, she's about to snap. Oh, she snapped. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Oh, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Tee. This is scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know that weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The wiretap. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Oh, this is interesting. Let's see it then.
Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Found in Miss May's hotel room. Have a look at this. That? I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Mayfac's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? I don't know what we're yelling about. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the phone itself, I guess. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Yeah, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! Jesus. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, is she? Really? That did it. The court sees the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Yeah. Why did you tap her phone? I don't believe she did it. If she'd never held the clock in her hand, she couldn't have done it. But why the wiretap then? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Well, this court does not condone the defense's tone of speech. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see you pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that. And of course, I can and will. You can't be serious, no way. Wait, I say, wait. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Ugh.
So, where does that leave us?
It is with my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. This is a critical moment. Honestly, I think her alibi is pretty tight. And we have seen in the beginning of this case that it wasn't her that killed Mia. So I'm gonna call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious there, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you're sinking quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not calling the question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I had better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I'm gonna accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait.
Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Lol. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That G-set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gateway Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. So I'm guessing this is the final cross-examination of this trial section. I'm the head bellboy, yes. I don't need to know about that. I believe I received a call. Yeah, there we go. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and the point being, oh, clever. The point being, I remember her quite well, sir.
Yes, what then?
She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink it after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9 then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy. Nice. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would you be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you are so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir, more of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prime demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? I have to protest. Wait, please wait.
Yes, does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all.
Okay, this is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? So since April, I was right. April May's alibi checks out, but what if she wasn't alone? You know, I mean, I'm gonna ask about check-in. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, all right, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. There was objection of... Nice, Edgeworth. Smooth.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh! You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a train room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Do you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who? Who is this other person? Simple, it was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other men from this court. Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today. If that is all today for the trial of my fate. Court is adjourned. Whew. That was rather easy. I don't know if I'm remembering stuff or if it's just coming to me naturally. Most likely I'm remembering it. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine, at my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no. I don't think so, not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charm won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. I don't know how much good this will do to me at all. Let's see. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Okay. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. Oh yes! End of episode. Another amazing trial, another amazing episode in an amazing game. What can I say? So yeah, I'm gonna end today's episode here. It was actually really fun. I had more fun doing April May's voice than I thought I would. Edgeworth was like bombing, and yeah, it was just I feel like I'm starting to get my bearings alongside this game. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing if you are new to the channel. If you want to get notified of my future uploads/streams, hit that little notification bell. You know what to do. And until next time, peace.